Hello, today I'm with Bill Maxted, who acts as a consultant to Montfort University in the preparation and publication of his continuous research into the UK commercial property lending market. Bill will today give a brief summary of his research findings for year-end 2012. Bill is also continuing his career as a roadie and driver for his son's music enterprise.
Hello.
Bill, the Montfort University survey has, since 1999, been collecting data from between 60 to 70 of the major lenders that provide loans for investment and development of commercial property in the UK. What are the significant trends in the value of outstanding debt that you have recorded?
Well, when we first completed the survey for 1999, we recorded £50 billion worth of outstanding debt. From then onwards, the amount of outstanding debt grew at approximately 20% per annum until it reached a peak in 2008 at £265 billion. And that's the amount that we recorded, and in that year we estimated that probably the whole market was somewhere in excess of £300 billion. With the onset of the financial crisis in 2007 and 2008, the amount of outstanding debt actually declined, and it declined at a rate of about 7% per annum, so that by year end 2012 we actually recorded just under £200 billion worth of outstanding debt.
The annual rate of decline at 7% is much lower than the rate of increase of 20%. Why is this the case?
Well, the simple answer to that is that it is much easier to write loans when property values are increasing than it is to have existing loans repaid when property values are in decline. With the onset of the financial crisis in the UK, most commercial property values actually did decline, and they've only really recovered for the best properties located in London and the South East. Now, what that actually means is that for loans that were written in 2006 and 2007, which were the peak annual lending years, the typical loan length was for 5 years, so those loans were maturing in 2011 and 2012. But unfortunately, with the decline in capital values, many of these loans have not been able to be repaid or refinanced, and so they're actually remaining in the loan books of those organisations that originated the loans in the first place.
Do you have any data that can indicate the significance of this situation?
Yes, we actually recorded at year-end 2012 that out of the £200 billion worth of debt that was reported to us, approximately £45 billion worth of that had a loan-to-value ratio in excess of 100%. So in other words, the value of the loan was greater than the value of the property against which that loan was secured.
Is that the full extent of the problem loans?
No. Also at year end we recorded another £40 billion worth of debt where the outstanding loan-to-value ratio was between 70% and 100%. The significance of this was that the current loan terms for senior debt in the market at year-end 2012 was at a loan-to-value ratio of about 65%. So in other words, these loans couldn't really be refinanced in the market. So in total there was approaching £85 billion worth of legacy loans that were being retained in the loan books of the organisations that originated them during earlier years. And the consequence of this is that that actually prevents organisations from, or restricts organisations from originating new loans in the market.
What has been the impact on annual lending of the financial crisis and these legacy loans?
Well, in the peak lending years of 2006 and 2007, we actually recorded in each of those years between 80 and £85 billion worth of loan originations in each year. In 2008 this declined to 50 billion, and more recently in years 2011 and 2012, both years we recorded approximately £26 billion worth of new lending.
Has the lack of liquidity from traditional lenders encouraged new lenders to enter the market, and have you seen this?
Yes, for the survey for year-end 2012, we recorded data from debt funds, mezzanine providers and insurance companies, all of whom had entered the market within the last 18 months or so. If we combined the lending activities of these organisations together, they contributed about 15% of the £26 billion worth of new lending that was reported to us in 2012.
Are there new lenders targeting their lending towards the legacy issues and also commercial development situations where there has been a lack of available finance?
No, this doesn't appear to be the case. The debt funds and the mezzanine providers only contributed 3% of their lending to commercial development projects. 75% of their lending was actually concentrated in London and the South East, and this was certainly directed towards the better quality properties whose values had stabilised and were increasing. The insurance companies do not provide development finance, and typically they have a minimum loan size of about £20 million, and so again their lending is directed towards the better quality commercial property investments.
How would you summarise the UK commercial property lending market at year-end 2012?
I think we're seeing very much a polarised market. On the one hand, we have the market for prime properties that are predominantly located in London and the South East. These properties have been increasing in value. This market is much more liquid. There is competition between lenders, and we're seeing interest rate margins decline and loan-to-value ratios actually increase. On the other hand, we then have the market for secondary and tertiary properties that are predominantly located in the regions of the UK, and we believe that these are the properties that make up the bulk of the legacy debt that is remaining in the loan books of traditional lenders. This market is far less liquid, and where loans are being agreed, interest rate margins are remaining stubbornly high and loan-to-value ratios are declining.
Thank you, Bill.
Thank you.